Hey guys, evening. It is March 1st, 2017. We have a little bit more about the Trump speech for you.
Yes, okay, so there was a session afterwards where they interview people after they saw the speech, right? And it's very interesting.
To get a little bit of feedback of what the everyday man and woman thinks about the speech.
This is a Latino woman who says, listen, I can't get this bigger, but I'm just going to play it. She says, I'm not here for any handouts. And it kind of goes a little bit crazy. Let's just watch.
With this.
I agree. He should be more inclusive with everybody and not to accuse everybody of something wrong, just to see the benefit for everybody.
You're Latina, right?
Yes.
Did you vote for him?
Yes.
Are you first generation here?
Yes.
Where were you born?
Guatemala.
And yet you support him.
Yes.
Tell me why.
For jobs. I came here because I wanted an opportunity, not a hangout. And the problem with here is that, you know, anybody comes in, they have a kid, and they start collecting money. That's every single person I know, that's what they do.
But there are a lot of other people
Yes,
who are
there is
in
a lot.
school
Yeah, I
or
don't
in
have
the
any kids,
military.
and I didn't collect. I haven't collected. I
Right,
don't know.
and neither have these people. They're working.
No, but the majority is.
I don't believe that's true. I don't believe that's true.
Well, go to school and ask who has the benefits. Go into the schools. Into the schools, you ask each kid.
Do you know how many white people are on
I don't care about white people, but the point is that we came here for an opportunity, not for anything
Can I
else.
ask you all a question?
Wait,
Can I ask you all a question? Clearly I cannot ask over here. You guys back in Washington, you just mentioned the word immigration. You start the conversation for 10 seconds and the place goes berserk.
with that.
She just said, every person I know has a kid and collects benefits. And then you have the white man and the black woman saying, two black women saying, not true, not true. She's like, these are my people. Every one of my friends that I know collects benefits. No, not true, not true. This is when you just
want to
say,
beat your head against a wall.
I cannot talk to you people. Here's she come and she talk to you and she telling you the truth and all, and you got the black woman on the couch saying, I know white people on benefits too. the Hispanic
The Latino
says,
lady says,
I ain't talking about white people right now. I'm talking about the people I know. Come on now. They are in the majority. She said minority. She meant they're in the majority of Hispanics that come over here are on some sort of government assistance. Now, I brought up at one point, you know, I get these ideas in my head. I'm going to do this story. I'm going to do that story. I think it was the Family Research Council who did this giant expose paper on how much it costs for illegal immigrants, fiscal costs of unlawful immigrants, and amnesty to the taxpayer. And there are approximately 3.7 million unlawful immigrant households in the U.S. These households impose a net fiscal burden of about $54.5 billion a year. I obviously am not going to go through this whole paper. It's a real giant report, and when it comes to it says there's $9 billion per year in programs to
like
roughly
cash, food, housing, medical, other services.
100 million low-income Americans. But what's interesting is that per household, the illegal immigrants, it's like 6,000 to 4,000, get more money, more subsidies.
When you're an illegal immigrant versus being a legal immigrant.
And I am definitely, if I don't link this article in the discussion, let me know, because this is important, because I can't go through it all. The takeaway that I got from this is that no matter what, through their entire lifetime, there will never be a payback. People like to say, well, they go to the grocery store, but that money that they receive is more than any amount of tax money that they will ever put back into the system.
We discount education in that
Oh
in that
yeah, at
financial
least
report,
12,000 a
because
year per child.
12,000 a year times 12 years roughly in schools, $144,000.
And a lot of them don't own houses, and that's how a lot of the.
And so they're not only, like Leah's about to say, they're not even paying into the property taxes, which are illegal, by the way, and illegal for education, but we'll discuss that another day. But they're not even paying into the education system, and they're literally reaping throughout the life of one child, if they go K through 12, roughly $144,000 alone in just education.
Right, exactly. So you can go over the numbers yourself, but basically that you'll never get it back. We are in a net deficit, and we don't even believe in all these programs.
No, we don't.
But if you're gonna have them, it makes no sense. Like I've said it over and over again.
When our own inner city public schools are failing, I know you weren't going there with that, I just totally cut you off. And we don't even have the resources to put into those public school systems, and yet we're throwing hundreds of thousands of dollars at one child that is here illegally. There needs to be something that is assessed there.
And you know what? I'm not even. The education is there. The education is there. You throw a kid in the system, whatever. I look at the bigger picture, and the idea is that we're saying that we need the migrant workers
to pick our strawberries.
And so when you look at your $2 strawberries, I just want everyone to know they're not $2. They're not $3. They're more like $4. And so you are paying more for your food on the other side.
And once again, to reiterate this, and I know we say it a lot, but the idea to support the migration of illegals into the United States just for them to be workers for us is tantamount to slavery, okay? Because they're not getting paid hardly anything to be here, and that's not a reason. That's a very selfish reason to have them here. So
if there was amnesty, under the current law, unlawful immigrant households together have an annual aggregate deficit of about basically $54.5 billion. In an interim phase, roughly 13 years after amnesty, the aggregate annual deficit would only fall to $43.4 billion. At the end of the interim phase, former unlawful immigrant households would become fully eligible for means-tested welfare and health care benefits under the Affordable Care Act. The aggregate annual deficit would soar to $106 billion. In the retirement phase, the annual aggregate deficit would be around $160 billion. It would slowly decline as former unlawful immigrants gradually pass away
and die.
These costs would have to be borne by already overburdened taxpayers. And then it goes on to say, even then, even if they're in, it still will be a deficit, no matter what happens.
Hang on, because I want to read this line. Let me have this one. If amnesty is enacted, the average adult unlawful immigrant would receive $592,000 more in government benefits over the course of his remaining lifetime than he would pay in taxes. Those are big numbers.
Yeah.
So, I mean, is this our humanitarian effort? Is this what America should be doing? Should we be donating hundreds of thousands of dollars to pay people to come and become immigrants here in America?
It says over a lifetime, a former unlawful immigrant together would receive $9.4 trillion in government benefits, services, and pay $3.1 trillion in taxes. So you've got a $6 trillion deficit.
Right, which is atrocious. Oh, more from the peanut.
Peanut! Get your peanuts.
Well, it's also easy when you're in government. You know this money's just made up.
Yeah.
They're just in the feds are printed. They got a printing press.
Nah,
It's
no big deal.
If they were using gold and silver, you're going to see these goody two-shoes giving all this money away, tighten up real fast.
That's so true. That is so true. They would tighten up their butt so fast they're not letting a fart out. All right, that is exactly what they would be doing, because when it's real tangible money, real legal constitutional monies, which are gold and silver, then you are not going to be spending that on illegal immigrants. But because
Peanut still got the visual on that.
our mama is our biggest fan.
We're dying up so fast we're not letting the food out.
She is our number one fan. I don't know. I'm sick and psychotic, I guess. But anyway, this is serious business.
Title that one this. Legal immigrants. Federal Reserve.
Now,
Tighten your
listen.
ear.
It is because it's fake money.
Just
They don't have a
monopoly
problem
money,
just throwing
just
it
in and
around.
out. It's no big deal,
To them, it's just numbers, on a computer screen at this point.
Right. Let it rain.
And-
Every time
and
it rains, it rains.
It's like, okay, the deficit is already at, you know, a quadrillion light years away. You could get to the sun faster than you could reduce our deficit. So they're just like, why not just add more and more and more
We're
debt
already
to it?
in deep. There's
We're already
nowhere
in, yeah.
Just keep digging.
There's
We'll get
nowhere
the
to
other
go but
side.
down.
All right, that's true.
Even the greatest businessman, or so he touts himself, not that I agree that he is, in all of America can't turn this boat around. Something's going to have to collapse. But I think it's going to be a good and healthy collapse, because sometimes when you overspend and your credit cards are maxed out, you have to file bankruptcy. And that's part of life. So America probably is going to go bankrupt. And this is not helping that at all.
Right, definitely going bankrupt.
Okay, this is Leah Michelle signing off for Resistance Chicks, where it's not a conspiracy theory. If it's the truth, buy gold and silver.
It's not healthy to keep your farts in, by the way.
Yeah, no, my grandma's doctor told her that, actually. She used to get really sick, and this is back in like the 60s. And
Ladies, it was very
it was,
unladylike.
yeah, you would just,
And she would she went to the doctor.
and her doctor
my
called her
stomach's
Patsy.
really
Her name
hurt.
was Patricia, and he said, Patsy,
See?
you gotta
Don't-
stop being so ladylike.
Don't let your gas.
Don't hold your farts.
That's
I'm
not
sure
what
he didn't say fart.
He said gas.
He said gas.
You have
I'm
to let
sorry.
your gas out. So, Grandma.
As a matter of fact, the peanut gallery would tell me that the F word is a 4-letter word that I'm not allowed to say. Pass gas, poof, toot, flatulence. How did we get to gas? I'm not really.
You.
Oh, I did
Because
that.
you're full of hot air.
That's a true story. Ring the bell for notifications.
If you want more videos like this.
Subscribe, because you know that you really would like to discuss flatulence on a daily basis with Resistance Chicks.
Absolutely. I'm
yes.
signing up. Where can I sign up for this one?
You want to get an email every time a fart video comes out. And find us on Facebook, where you can discuss farts with us on a daily basis. So, we love you guys. God bless. God bless America. God bless Donald Trump. God bless the Hispanics and everyone. God bless us all, everyone.
I was cold all alone, no place for home every day, so afraid, but you called my name.